Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Morcillon. I couldn't make a video yesterday, so I thought I'd come and make one today in English. I might alternate Wednesday in English, Wednesday in French, so for practical reason. I wanted to discuss a few ideas. I thank you so very much for your presence, for your support, for your donations as well. I still have a few days where I'm gonna very soon be able to find this independence and freedom. In the meantime, I'm experiencing the exact opposite of all that we have to have the great patience in relationship to manifesting that which is within, because there is a mystery in the sequential, whether it is for personal or collective events, there is a mystery in terms of how and when things will happen and how they will move. The only thing we can do is to move into alignment when all the elements are coming together, and be ready to act whenever the doors open. And so, because the universe doesn't like emptiness, well, we have to return to void and silence as much as we can, many times every day. But whenever there is something that is missing in the universe, there is always something to replace it. So, but when we let go of, for instance, a habit, an healthy habit, let's say, for time there is a void. There is a void where it's like something is missing. You know, it's like so we do have to have to know the universe doesn't like the void, and we'll fill it up and replace it by something else. Whatever we let go, we have to let go of certain things, and they will be soon replaced by many things. For now, we're learning to immerse ourselves from within, to immerse ourselves within ourselves, because we're always immersed into something, immersed into personal relationships, or immersed into the internet. So it's good to balance it all out. I was looking at the political state of affair. It's like, I think very soon light workers around the world will have to stop commenting on the news and start creating history and to move forward on the stage to recreate this new to federate consciousness. A happy 4th of July for all our friends in America. It's Independence Day. For it's like we long for the day where we'll truly feel sovereign, and so it's very much focusing on quality of life in the future. The politics will focus on health, will focus on prosperity, on creativity and innovation. And to try to, every nation should try to establish, I was looking for France, but harmonious relationship with all other nations in the world. There is always ways in diplomacy, and so and even looking at the European Union, it should be a consultative body, not an executive body that's only here when the nation needs something. And so Europe is going to be, in terms of France, there is a certain movement of wanting to Frexit. And so either we change Europe or we'll have to leave it, I think, as to return to some kind of common sense well-being, and for the highest good of all. Well, everything will take its place. We are always positioning ourselves in relationship to what happens within our consciousness. It's like a stage. It's like God, Spirit, our soul set a stage for us to experience certain things, to be confronted with certain ideas, and it's always, how do we position ourselves in relationship to, we always try to have a lucid and loving perspective in relationship to all that happens within our consciousness. And sometimes we are overseeing very important details. We say hell is in the details. So it's very important details, and sometimes we take some other details very seriously when they're actually completely meaningless. So it's like it's very important to look at the details. And to have grand patience, and so it's like a lot of gratitude for the financial independence will be coming very soon. It's like the Gesara has been announced, but be careful until that happens. There's a lot of frauds going on, and continue to follow your inner guidance, your inner consciousness, and have positive thoughts, because that's really what's affecting the collective ascension. Personally, I see Paris before me, in front of me, all the time. For there is 10 directions. The Buddha has opened this eye that is able to see in all 10 directions. The 10 directions are east, west, north, south, within, without, above, below, and before and after. So we have to start to learn to look into the future, because our higher self already knows the future, already knows our future. We just need to align with it, and and once we align with it, there is a bridge that is happening to shift us from this timeline where we are in to the next timeline. It seems that my bridge is very close, very soon. In the meantime, I really appreciate if you can, of course, help with your donations. It's really appreciated. I wanted to discuss an idea that God has everything at once, everything. It means that whatever you would want to do right now that you're not doing, someone else is doing it. It's like there's thousands of people that are jet skiing right now, thousands of people that are suffering, intense suffering, thousands of people that are having orgasm at this one moment, thousands of people that are doing everything, and God is experiencing the whole thing. Of course, if someone else does an experience, and it wouldn't be the same as if we are doing it through our personality and experience and feeling. But what I'm saying is that God has it all already. It's just for us, we have to wait our turn for whatever experience we're seeking to experience. But it's very good to already be in that frame, to already be in that state that we're seeking to experience. So because when we first awaken, we have to look at all the darkness while keeping our sight on the light. It's like we cannot ignore the darkness. Personally, I've been forced to look into worlds and dimensions and earthly things that were going on that I wasn't really. So I must have been prepared for it in many ways, because it's like, but it's still. It's still things that I hadn't planned to look into, but it is all part of the process. And so, because we've done a lot of unconscious acts that we have to deal with from when we are unconscious. So self-forgiveness is very, very essential, very, very important to continue to cultivate self-forgiveness, to move into this unity field, the multidimensional. Once we will be connected to our multidimensional nature, this part of the physical reality will be just an aspect of it. It won't be anymore the main event. For now, it is the main event, here and now, in the physicality of the world, but open to change and possibility as we allow ourselves to change with Him. The card of the day, the observer of the day, is the faithful heart. Faithful hearts, to be true to yourself and to those you love. The highest wisdom is the unfinished symphony. It means that there is still a process, something we need to complete inside. Although it'll never be achieved, there are certain things that we've been asked to do that we need to complete. What we need to understand is peace. Because as we move forward, we obtain more peace of mind. For me, like strange ideas that went through my mind, that my peace of mind will be only total when I'll be with a certain person. It's like peace will be restored for the whole world once we'll be together. It's a bit provocative of a sort. What we need to do is the blessing, the miracle, the unexpected, and the gift that is beyond our imagination, allowing that. And the outcome is it's called the never-ending story. It's like, do not give any power to dramas and seriousness and the tensions of the world, to allow yourself to be in the blessings, to be the blessings. So I'm going to finish with a song, as usual. For those who are new, I'm singing a song a cappella. Very soon I'm going to put a tuxedo and get some musician, and I'll go singing on stage. But for now, the card of the day is the Amerindian. It's all very much about America, and we're celebrating the independence of America. I lived 20 years in America. I have friends and family. I'm really eager to return. I know it's going to be an important part of my project to be there. I'm going to finish with this song and then pull a few more cards. A song that went through my mind. It's an old song of David Bowie. It's called "The Man Who Sold the World." We passed upon the stairs. We spoke of what and when, although I wasn't there. He said I was his friend, which came as a surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Who knows not me. We never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. Dum 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 dum. I laughed and shook his hand and made my way back home. I searched for form and land. For years and years I roamed. I gaze a gazeless stare. We walked a million hills. I must have died alone a long, long time ago. Who knows? Not me. I never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. Dum 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 dum. It'd be useful to have a guitar maybe to accompany me in doing that. Very soon I'm going to look into that as soon as I can. As soon as I get my home, I'm going to get some music instruments, which is coming soon. In the meantime, thank you so much. It's like I'm like thrown in the deep end. Sometimes I try not to worry about it. And the observer of the day is the confirmation. It is serenity, to try to be as detached as possible, as posed as possible. Serenity is the opposite of agitation. The highest wisdom is indulgence, to be a little bit indulgent, and not to be too indulgent, but to allow ourselves to understand that we need to move step by step, and sometimes it's good to reward ourselves with certain pleasures as well. What we need to understand is the highest wisdom. What we need to understand is work. There is a certain work we need to do on ourselves and the work that we need to do in the world. So it's like what will bring you the most joy, the most resources, the greatest company and the greatest creativity. What is the field? A lot of people are going to be called to change their activity because they'll find something so much better. And what we need to do is recomfort, to find ways to recomfort ourselves. And the outcome will be the request. We're going to continue to ask, and we're going to be receiving. So it's about asking and receiving, to be very clear in terms of what we're asking through our thoughts, through our emotion. At every moment, every given moment of the day is a prayer to God, is a command. We're commanding whatever we project within our consciousness, and we are learning to become the master of our mind, the master of our reality, our conscious reality. And so little by little we are led and listen to the guidance, the mirror of life. It's very provocative, this confrontation with the perfection of spirit. But spirit is understanding, although sometimes it's, we don't always see eye to eye, but yet we have to see that with our higher self. We have to accept and appreciate that all things are created in perfection, and everything will lead us back to that perfection as we follow the perfect guidance of our soul, our spirit, and our invisible assistance, and as we move closer within our source energy center that we are. So I thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this message, and I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.